Shalom, giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Arakah HaKodash, double unto the apostles, a great millstone, do well. Peace, love, and blessings to the brothers on highway and the byway, to giving all diligence to make it call election sure. And blessings to very few sisters out there listening, learning, and believing. I'm Bethel Kanakla coming at you once again with another lesson, Lord's will, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai. These lessons edifying and exhorting. And the title of this lesson would be Expect No Mercy, which is a NWO slogan. I remember the apostles bringing that slogan out. All right. More specifically, I remember Elder Gabar, right? Watching those, when it was going heavy into the Illuminati back in the day, right? But this prophecy leading to World War III. But as you see, Remnant Saved, the Elder Ariala, we just play a short snippet of what he said throughout this video.
Hey, we're getting there. They're trying to make sure that they clear out the Palestinians. They say it's against Hamas. It's really against all those Palestinians. Clear them out so they can take over different regions. They want to take the Golan Heights too. They're not playing around. They want to take all of that stuff. So it's no games. It's no games, man. There's no games being played. This whole thing, they want to take the West Bank. They want to go up here. When you look at it and take over those regions, and they're making moves. They're making moves. When you read Jeremiah 49 and 20.
All right, so you see, there's no games. The genocide of those people in that region, right? From the small hats, I'll play this.
Or tents. As my colleague from the FAO will explain, every single one of the 2.1 million Palestinians in the Gaza Strip face the risk of famine. Israel is deliberately and unashamedly imposing inhumane conditions on civilians in the occupied Palestinian territory. For more than 10 weeks, nothing has entered Gaza, no food, medicine, water, or tents. As my colleague from the FAO will explain, every single one of the 2.1 million Palestinians in the Gaza Strip face the risk of famine. 1 in 5 face starvation. Despite the fact that you have funded the food that could save them.
Israel has unleashed a deadly new offensive in Gaza. Officials say it is meant to pressure Hamas to free the remaining hostages. The strikes on Gaza have killed at least 300 Palestinians since Thursday. People there are also dealing with lack of food. Aid organizations are sounding.
This is barbarism. This is inhumanity on a scale that I thought had been consigned to the history books.
So you see it. All right, inhumane, not allowing food to get in there, and they continue to blame. They want Hamas to release the hostages or whatever. But man, they this is what they do. They destroy the infrastructure. What they're doing is destroying the infrastructure, right? These people don't have the funds nor the means to rebuild all this shit back, and if they do, it's gonna take years. All right. So basically going to displace them and take over that
behavior. So disgusting, so despicable, to the point where Israeli citizens, politicians, and public figures, when presented with evidence of a prisoner being raped, protest the prosecution of the rapists. The National Security Minister responds to the leaking of footage depicting the rape of a prisoner by calling for the people who leaked the footage to be prosecuted.
Israel has announced plans to dramatically alter the map of Gaza through forced depopulation. In the 6 weeks since Israel resumed active warfare, forces have declared 70% of Gaza as military red or under evacuation. Sources told The National they are planning to intensify military action and severely restrict humanitarian aid.
When we get to a point in here, I believe the little girl was speaking. Right here. Right? Yeah, that normal.
Children are in imminent danger of dying of starvation. As Cindy McCain said last week, and I quote, "Families in Gaza are starving while the food they need is sitting at the border."
And they're not going to allow the food to get into there because they want that land. They don't want the people to occupy it anymore. They want them out of there. All right, so they're not going to allow the food to get into the borders. We see peace in this war. Oh God, we are tired.
We are facing the most corrupt president this nation.
So, you see it. And I searched up that term, expect no mercy, and I listened what AI Overview says, right? The phrase expect no mercy is often associated with the NWO, right? Conspiracy theory, particularly with online communities and extremist groups. How the phrase connects to the conspiracy theory. Antagonist force, the phrase expect no mercy can represent the perceived ruthlessness and oppressiveness nature of a tyrannical government, a key concern within the New World Order conspiracy theory. So, is this not what you see? Tyranny, right? Oppression. All right, but they control the narrative.
But today was some of the worst.
What the little girl said, she said
14,000 children are in.
Everywhere is under. She basically said everywhere is under evacuation, right? So they don't have nowhere to go. So because they want you out of there, right? It's a tyrannical government, a key concern within the New World Order conspiracy theory, suppression and control. Proponents of this theory have often that the New World Order will involve the suppression of individual liberties and freedoms, potentially through the force and violence. Exactly. So I don't see no theories here. These are all conspiracy facts, because we're seeing just this, which is implied by no mercy aspect. Exactly. Children, hospitals, etc. Things are being bombed, not allowing the food to get into the to get to the people leaving at the border, right? Now listen, that's crucial to recognize the New Order conspiracy theories widely considered to be baseless and often harmful belief. The phrase "expect no mercy," right, contribute to sense of fear and paranoia among. So you see, it's crazy that I just searched this up not long ago and they changed it up. Wow, I'm not gonna say what it said earlier, but I can see they changed it up just that fast. Wow. But it had the anti, S word there. It says often, this term is often related to anti, small hat. But there it is. So if they're doing this to women and children, what more everybody else? Genocide, etc. Alright, so this is Psalm 64 verse 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Hide me from this, NLT says, hide me from the plots of the evil mob with the gang of wrongdoers. So they're plotting, the NWO. So if they're doing this over in the Middle East, it's just a matter of time. So expect no mercy when these things begin to come over here to America. Now for the elect, the house of David, it will be mercy for them, but for the rest of the people, expect no mercy, because you've seen it here, starving them out, not allowing them to receive food, bombing them. Okay, all for what? A handful of people.
The security minister responds to the leaking of footage depicting the rape of a prisoner by calling for the people who leaked the footage to be prosecuted, while
Israel has announced plans to dramatically alter the...
So calling for the
So disgusting.
footage to be prosecuted. As he said, so disgusting. This city is a complete shambles. You know, there it is. So what do you expect when they start to do these things over here in America? There's Revelation 12:12. And it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. All right. And you see he's starting over there in the Middle East, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time to declare the new world order. But again, expect no mercy, but there will be mercy for the Lord's elect. Get another precept, Psalms 17 chapter. Psalms 17:10. Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right, thy weapon. Esau, Edom, so-called white man, is the sword of the Lord on the left-hand side. All right. This is what the sword does. Kills, destroys. Right? So you got all these people just being wiped out, boy. But there will be mercy for the Lord's elect. All right. I just wanted to point that out. You see what they're doing over there in the Middle East. Bombing civilians, bombing children, hospitals, women. All right. We can get that in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter. Ezekiel 9:4, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of men that sigh and that cry, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. That mark is a mark of exemption, right? It says, unto the others he said in my hearing, go ye after them through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity, but slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any of upon who is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then it began at the ancient men which were before the house. But that's why I say this is Jeremiah 30:7. This is, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And that's the elect. So when he comes, over here, because you see what he's doing over in the Middle East. But when he comes to enforce his NWO, his New World Order agenda over here in America, you see what to expect from him, right? And I'm telling you, they just literally just changed this. Just changed this AI overview. It says usually this conspiracy, all right, is connected to anti-small hat rhetoric or something like that. I forget the term they used after that. And look, it's gone now. And I literally just searched this up before I did this lesson, and now they removed it. Okay. And you see who's behind this, who's doing this. The small hats. So I just, think it not strange, man. So with that, Lord willing, that I find, giving all praise to Yahweh Shai, to and they